The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. A first down throw for Prescott. And his first pass is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott, and it's second down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. A second down throw for Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. Looking sideline, incomplete. Cooper was the intended target, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Finding room inside the 40. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Second down, Prescott. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? That's good for 21 yards and a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
All right, here we go.
First carry for Nick Chubb, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They run. Chubb. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Here we go now.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. There goes Duke Johnson. The 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Duke Johnson, 68 yards. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on 3rd down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, picked up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. Now Prescott rolling to his right. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get it into his receiver, Cooper, and now it's 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
On 2nd down, Elliott. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Terrence Mitchell. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with the football to begin quarter number 2. They take over 1st and 10 in excellent field position here. Following the interception, Mayfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, partner, like we always do this time of year with the holidays here and me happy for once. I want to say happy holidays to you, to your family, and to everybody out there in Madden Land.
I like how you said that. Before I do go on, though, happy holidays to you, your family, and everyone out there in Madden Land as well. And hope that they're safe and they're happy and successful holidays for all. But as you said, happy for once. Usually you're kind of a Grinch this time of year. What's going on?
Yeah, well, my heart grew 3 sizes this winter.
I love it. I love it. Got to get you some new clothes to accommodate that big chest.
But enjoy the holidays, everyone. Eat, be merry, enjoy your family time. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Larry Ogunjobi forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And he's going to go down again.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Here's Prescott. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves them well short for 4th down. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this is incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll take a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a 1st down.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. On 2nd down, Mayfield again. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. On third down, Mayfield. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. Following the interception, here's Prescott. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 16. And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
They'll run with Chubb, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout.
Here we go.
Mayfield now on 2nd down. And he rifles one incomplete. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku. And that'll make it 3rd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. This is 3rd and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington.
All right, here we go.
Mayfield to throw it. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. This a 33-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And out now come the Cowboys. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Over the middle, Cooper with it. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Looking to throw. Prescott over the middle, complete. That's Schultz. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play here for the Cowboys. 48 yards. Prescott looks to throw on first. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 12 more yards there and another first down. First down now, but that clock rolling. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a first and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now first and goal, expect them to attack right here on this play.
Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. Prescott to throw it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys are in for 6.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
They begin this drive with Chubb, and he'll get this one up to the 26. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle. The Browns try to get back and set quickly here, time ticking away. Mayfield off the play fake. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. The Browns on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now Chubb, and not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, it's 4th down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. Great coverage there, holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Final play of the half, Prescott. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, You got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
All right, Brandon, you know me as well as anyone. You know I don't usually advocate abandoning things during a game, but here we are in the second half. I think it's time to change things up. Let the running game go a little bit. Let's get to the passing game, and if you still want to get in the hands of the runner, maybe you swing it to him, throw it to him a little bit, try it that way.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now a second down throw for Mayfield. Screenplay, Johnson. Good move by Duke. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Throw right side to Perriman, and it's caught. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Brashad Perriman, 65 yards. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. They give them a gain of 38. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 25-yard line. Play action now, Prescott. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Open space inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Michael Gallup, 25 yards. And the Cowboys are in for 6.
That drive was quick and impressive. Almost like they had somewhere else they needed to be after the game.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. They had seized the lead there for a little bit with a starting drive in the 3rd quarter, but a moment ago the touchdown that puts them back behind.
So their defense is under siege a little bit right now because they have not able to solve their opponents. So they've got to keep hammering away on offense and try and win this one in what appears to be a shootout.
Chubb looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
So forget the 3 and out. The penalty makes this 1st and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. To the right side and complete to Njoku. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Watch him now, Barney, Barney.
On 4th down, they snap it to Mayfield. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll pitch it out to Elliott. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Again, it's Elliott. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
Well, when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, 1st round went to the offense, 2nd round the defense. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try the sweep with Elliott. Spinning again. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. So they went to the ground game on 3rd, hoping to pick up the 1st. They also picked up a touchdown.
Offensive linemen so used in this situation to having to pass block. All right, you're looking at what it is, 3rd down. They don't care that it's 3rd and whatever. They figure they're going to throw the ball. And when you call running play, I think you energize them. I think you juice them up because I haven't met an offensive lineman yet that likes to pass block more than they like to run block. And they opened up some nice holes there for him, and he took it to the house.
Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A first down throw for Mayfield. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Detroit!
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And this is incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Browns on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's going to look deep now for Landry. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. That is caught by the former Gator, Antonio Callaway. Hugh Jackson rolls the dice, but it doesn't work for him. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A first down carry by Elliott. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Now Prescott. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
On 3rd down, Elliott. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Granted, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. A second down throw for Mayfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Play fake. Mayfield. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And his guys are going to take...
Somebody call for the queen.
I never killed anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skip to school, that's a truant somebody. I made me some rest in the morning, I had me a pop by the morning, I had me some breaks by the morning, I had a sister by the morning, I got on a meat on the morning, the rats keep me up on the ocean, I had a in my shoulder, you got a picture, you got the picture me, Pacific ice on my ocean, ready for war like I'm Russian, ladies should never look luggage, my diamonds they tussling. My neck and my belly on. They calling for me and they. You want me like me and I look. Yeah. Her Rex on her. Yeah. B-Rex better calm down. Yeah. If you go around, come around. Yeah. Whole squad. Yeah. Squad goes on the. Yeah. Make some orange gel on my toes. Yeah. Farrakhan glass for the trolls. Yeah. You can go and get mad. Jumping in the bed with 2 dark team and who's you? My shawty pulling up with a real bad.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Cleveland Browns. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. First down, Prescott. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Second down, Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Prescott to throw on 4th. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. The give is to Elliott. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Tackle made by Demarius Randall.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
He spins free. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short.
Swing to the pit, right. To the right. 26.
Prescott drops it underneath to Elliott. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Running with Elliott. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. A first down throw for Prescott. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out. A give to Elliott. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Now Elliott. And this time the yards won't come so easy, as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. Prescott now on 2nd down. Dancing to his left. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Swing to the field, right. To the right.
And on 3rd and inches, we're going to get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. It's a keeper with Prescott, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott taking it in. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point attempt to follow here. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. From the gun, Mayfield. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
And he's got his man. That's Landry. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. Now Mayfield. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Landry again the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Johnson. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Mayfield on play action. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Give to Elliott running left. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Forced out to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Here's Prescott. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And now the Browns coming out on the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. They go play action here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And Callaway taking it in left side. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. And again, it's Mayfield. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And he fires one that's intercepted. And I do believe this is going to line up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, how does the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away? Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
The 3rd quarter starts with a run by Chubb, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. Tyrone Crawford. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. 3rd and long for Mayfield. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. Here's Britton Colquitt now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Now Austin. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. A handoff left, Elliott. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
To throw is Prescott. Flush to his right. That one complete to Elliott. 20! And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That goes for a gain of 31.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Going to 54, wide in. We go 46.
From the red zone now, Prescott steps away to his left. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
There you go. Wide in.
And again, it's Prescott. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this is simply a great read by a defensive back. It's 3rd and 10, so he sits right on where the yard to gain marker is, knows it's going to be a route around that distance, makes his read, breaks on the football, and makes a terrific play.
Following the interception, Mayfield. That's complete over the middle to Callaway. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They run it again with Chubb. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3. And now Mayfield on the bootleg. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Back now in Arlington. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he'll punt it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. That's pulled in at the 32. Called out a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
There you go. 26. 26.
Prescott to throw it. Fighting through pressure. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to drop him for a loss on the play. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Prescott to the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Detroit! Watch it now, Barney!
A first down throw from Mayfield. Screen play, Johnson. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two. Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Here we go. 26.
Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now Prescott. It'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Switch.
The Cowboys will go. Prescott. Buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. And the Browns getting set to go. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Completes this to Callaway over on the right side. And now a fumble. The ball's out. The Browns trying to get back and set quickly here. Time ticking away. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they...
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And now running right through it. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Carry now for Elliott. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. The Cowboys on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Here we go.
They'll run with Elliott. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fielded just inside the 20. So possession goes over here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. One last shot from Mayfield here. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something in the offensive backfield.